Welcome back, Knotty Nation. This is part 2 on how to upcycle a table.
The Knotty Artisan.
Okay, surface prep, epoxy time. Mixing it up, I'm gonna go with 3 different colors here. Now when you're mixing, make sure you pour appropriately 1-to-1. Slow your drill speed down. You don't want to incorporate a bunch of bubbles into you, and just make sure you're hitting the sides and the bottom. Take your time, mix your product up so it's thoroughly mixed. As you see here, I've got the proportions out. I've already put the mica colors in that I like, and I'm going to pour my epoxy out evenly so that the colors are in proportion that I want. All right, there's my biggest base color. I'm gonna throw right in there. That's a titanium black, I believe. I'll link all the products in the description below for you to check out. And the other one's already mixed up, so I'm gonna grab a tongue dispenser there, and I'm gonna mix it up really, really well. That's a pearlescent type color that we like. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it will be in the description. It's gonna give us our light highlights into this dark surface. Beautiful, look at that. Look at that. All right, here we are mixing up one of our grays. This is a light gray. I believe it's called flash silver, something like that. You're gonna love it though. I can't wait to show you guys this finished product. All right, now we've got our mixed up. This is our biggest color, so I'm gonna pour that out first. I'm gonna use a technique, it's a melted marble technique. So as I pour it out, I'm gonna pour it in the direction that I want the pattern to be. So you'll see, so I pour this all out back and forth. I chose a diagonal corner to corner on this table. And I'm just gonna pour this out according to my heart's content and the way my eye looks to make sure it looks artistically and beautiful. So I'll save a little of that to the side. I didn't dump it all out. Then I'm gonna grab my next color and I'm gonna evenly distribute that out too. So when I pour this particular design, and I'll make a video and I'll link to it on how to make this design. When I pour this, I'm not trying to pour on top of the existing epoxy. I want to pour in the spaces in between, as you see right there. If I cross over a little bit, not a big deal, but overall I'm trying to pour into new areas where there isn't epoxy poured. This evenly distributes my colors. This is actually like a light silver on top of a dark, so it's going to give it really, really good contrast. Now I've got my pearl light color in. I'm just gonna highlight this in a few spots. That's why I've only got a little red solo cup. I didn't want as much of it in this table as I have the other colors, so it's just gonna accent it a little bit. Look at that. That's what it looks like when it's all laid out. I've got a good amount of material on that table. That's more than enough to cover this surface. So now that I've got that, I'm gonna pour out all of my leftovers, any of the spots that might be still dry. I want to get all the epoxy out. I want to make sure that I got really, really good coverage and flow. And I'm just going to take my hand. Now the trick with this, I'm not pushing straight down to the table. I'm just blending the colors and I'm keeping the same direction back and forth. And as the epoxy settles out and when I torch it, it's really going to give us this really, really nice marble effect here. The key to this effect is to use in this case, we have 3 silvers, 2 that are real close to each other, and 1 that's a little bit contrasty, and then a contrast color, or this little pearl white that we got. As we roll this all out, it's really gonna pop and blend as it settles out and self-levels. So that, as you see there, I'm trying to keep the same direction with the pattern so that we have a nice, beautiful, congruent look throughout. All right, now that I've got the top done, I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna rub the edges. Now I'm not gonna worry about keeping the pattern with my edges because as the epoxy self-levels and flows over, it's gonna keep that striation that's in there on top. So all I'm gonna do is make sure that when I'm wiping the edges that I'm gonna wet them so that the epoxy, when it levels and when I torch it, will flow evenly over the sides. All right, this is a little trick I like to do. I'll just take it and I'll give it a little squirt of black spray paint in this case, and then I'll take my hand and I'll just rub it back and forth. And it's gonna give this nice little rugged look to it, like chiseled marble in there, and give some nice depth and dimension as it flows out. Just randomly pick a spot, put a couple squirts in there and rub it out, and away. Look how good that looks. Oh, so good. Okay, in this portion what I did is I mixed up a contrasty silver there. I put it on my popsicle stick. I'm just going through, I'm adding some accents in. Make sure you're hitting down the edges with it when you go. I'm just taking that and I'm putting it in wherever I think it looks good. I'm actually using I'll drop a link to it. It's a really nice bright silver spray paint. It's the same stuff that's in a chrome spray paint, but in a liquid form. It's not pressurized. It really, you can add some cool effects with it. All right, now everything's laid out. We've got our torch out, and we're gonna torch this out. Man, one of my favorite things about supergloss, as you know, is just the way it just lays out nice and flat. Look at that, one pass for glass every time. Look at the reflection in there, just beautiful. I gotta tell you, the client went crazy for this. She loved it so much, she immediately hired to do her bathroom countertops and shower surrounds with a matching design. All right, thanks for watching our exciting video on how to upcycle a table. Stay tuned for the riveting conclusion.
The Knotty Artisan. The Knotty Artisan.